Going all in on digital marketing for your business?
Struggling to gain traction or figure out where to begin?
Join me for professional insights into digital marketing and to get answers to real questions from real people about real issues related to promoting your business online. Social media, email marketing, newsletters, it can get overwhelming. As a digital marketing instructor for the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design and the owner of Headline Consultants, a digital marketing company here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, you can count on me to explain it all in a way that's easy to understand and makes sense.
This is a Candy Factory Mini.
Getting Noticed
with Justin Quinn.
Hi again. Welcome to Getting Noticed with me, Justin Quinn. Today I want to dive into a subject that should be one of the top marketing priorities for anyone starting a business or looking to expand one. Keywords. Keywords are the lifeblood of your digital marketing strategy. Everything is built around the keywords you use. They play an important role in organic and paid search, and they also help solidify the identity of your organization. Whenever you're doing keyword research, it's a good idea to start with primary and secondary keywords. Primary keywords are the words and phrases that your audience uses when they associate with your brand. They're different than branded keywords, which actually use the name of your business or organization in them. A primary keyword would be like shoes, for example. Secondary keywords are the words or phrases that give your primary keywords a bit more detail and help narrow your audience. A good secondary keyword might be women's shoes, for example. We also call secondary keywords long tail keywords. The interesting thing about secondary or long tail keywords is that they are actually more important than primary keywords. Why? Because secondary keywords are more specific than primary keywords, and therefore their use demonstrates a much higher buyer intent. Think about it. If you're a women's shoe retailer who specializes in high heels, would you rather have someone find you by using the word shoes or by using women's high heel shoe stores near me? The primary keyword in this case, shoes, offers no real context at all. For all we know, the user could be looking for men's shoes, children's shoes, climbing shoes, casual shoes, business shoes. You get the point. Only a small percentage of the people looking for shoes may actually be interested in what you're selling. The secondary keyword, on the other hand, is going to bring people to your website who have already made their mind up that they want to make a purchase and are therefore much more likely to buy a pair of shoes from you. So, how do you go about finding the keywords that are right for you? After all, how many variations of women's high heel shoes are there really? You'd be surprised. Today, we're going to help you up your keyword game so search engines can find you and you can start ringing the cash register. But first, if you want to sell anything online, you need to have a digital marketing strategy. That's just the way it is. You also need people who can manage and execute that strategy, and those people can be expensive. Fortunately, you don't need to hire an entire team or even a single expert. For less than it would cost to hire one entry-level marketing employee, Headline Consultants gives you a team of experienced and efficient marketing professionals. Content, social media, email marketing, you name it, we can help. Check out our website at headlineconsultants.com and let's start putting you on the path to getting noticed. Okay, so getting started with keyword research isn't too difficult if you understand how people are using keywords. Your customers are using keywords in search all the time. They may be asking full questions using a virtual assistant like Alexa or Siri. My wife does this all the time. They might be typing a few words into the Google machine, or they might be looking for the products or services you sell with highly detailed search terms. Voice search, like Alexa or Siri, is becoming much more common as artificial intelligence becomes smarter and more knowledgeable, and keywords are at the heart of all of it. The good news is that everything you need to start building an effective and powerful keyword list is staring you right in the face every day when you look in the mirror. You know your business better than anyone else. You know the industry, you know the customers, and chances are you know the keywords as well. Keyword research is usually done by first checking out your own website and looking through any existing marketing materials you may have. You first need 3 or 4 seed words that can serve as the foundation for what you have to offer. Once you've identified these important words, you can then start adding to them by drawing natural connections. If you're stumped, expand your search by looking at the words your competitors are using and asking your customers how they found you. Like your secondary keywords, your seed words should be long tail too, so they're not too narrow. You want the people coming to your website to be motivated buyers, not casual window shoppers. Choose a short, common phrase that you and your customers associate with your business or industry and that you offer specifically. Using our women's shoes example, some good keywords might be women's high heel boots, or women's high heels, or women's high heel dress shoes. Now, take a quick look at your keywords and phrases. If there are any words that don't directly pertain to your service or product, they have to go. For example, high heel shoes for women contains the word for. You don't want for. It's a useless word that adds no value to the search term. The same goes for other useless words too. You want to avoid articles, prepositions, pronouns, and other non-specific words. You want your keywords working hard for you. No scrubs, not for the seed words. The next step is to expand your keyword list and the keywords themselves by reviewing your website, talking to your customers, and like I said before, stalking your competitors to find out the keywords they use. If you don't have a website yet, use the Google search engine to see what keywords it recommends. As you may already have noticed, when you start to type a search into Google, it will actually suggest keywords for you. For example, typing in women's high heel gives you a plethora of keywords to choose from, including women's high heel booties, women's high heel sandals, women's high heel sale, women's high heel dress shoes, and so on. Maybe you have a top seller that you think people might be searching for. Throw that in there too. If it's popular, people are probably searching for it. If you do have a website, check out your Google Analytics and your Google Search Console if you have them set up. These are great tools you can use to identify the search terms that are already bringing people to your website. You can also use free online keyword tools like Google's Keyword Planner, which is pretty incredible, and it's also right from the horse's mouth, so you know the keywords are going to be pretty good. You can also use the Bing Keyword Research Tool or Neil Patel's Uber Suggest. That's a pretty good one too. There are also some very good paid options too, like Mangul's Keyword Finder, SEMrush, or SpyFu. These may help you identify keywords you haven't even thought of, and they also offer a bunch of other cool and helpful features that make them well worth the money. While you're searching for your long tail keywords, you might want to take a few moments to look for the search terms that you don't want associated with your brand. In some cases, you want to make sure you know what they are, but also make sure you don't still need them. For example, sneakers might be a term associated with high heels, but it may not be a term for which you want your website to be found. After all, if someone is looking for high heel sneakers and you only carry high heel stilettos or pumps, sneakers is going to be a term you'll add to your negative keyword list. For the purposes of your website copy, you'll want to avoid these words at all costs, but they'll come in particularly handy when you're ready to run pay-per-click ad campaigns. Excluding these keywords from your campaigns will actually save you money because you're not bidding on them. You also want to be honest with yourself when you're assessing your site and your industry. Sometimes there are words or phrases that you don't want associated with your brand, but you still need to use them because they're necessary to drive traffic to your site. These can include outdated terms, phrases that are no longer being used for one reason or another, or words that have changed meaning over time. For example, travelers looking to find a nice place to rest for the night might search for motels near me. If you offer upscale lodging and consider yourself a higher end hotel, but you still do rely on weary travelers to get you through the off season, a blog post discussing the differences between a hotel and a motel might be a great way to capture the search term, but also distance your brand from it. So by now you should have a healthy list of keywords. Great. So what do you do with them? Well, now you want to start incorporating them into your website content. You can also use them in your paid search campaigns. But first, did you know that the Candy Factory Collective offers a variety of highly engaging shows on a variety of topics? Whether you're looking to add some joy to your life, find a way to stay mindful, or finally get that novel published, the Candy Factory Collective has it all. So tune in, kick back, and connect at thecandyfactorycollective.com. It's a great way to lose a couple of hours. Okay. So what are you going to do with all these keywords now? Easy. You want to start building content around them. In the old days of the worldwide interweb, keyword usage was pretty primitive. As long as a web page had the right keywords, it would get indexed and ranked. The more keywords, the better the rankings. Didn't matter if they were relevant to the search intent or if they even mattered in the content itself. Keyword stuffing, which this was called, had been born. Website builders would just chock a website full of relevant keywords, and the search engines would just gobble them up and spit out the results that included the websites with the most keywords. After a while, keyword stuffing got so blatant that developers were literally adding blocks of keyword text to the bottom of their website pages, changing the font color to match the background of the page, and letting Google do the rest. Nobody saw the stuffed keywords except for the bots, and they were just doing their job. Thankfully, those black hat days are over. These days, search engines are a bit more sophisticated. They no longer look for numerous keywords on a page. Instead, they want to see an entire page built around a single keyword theme. They're looking for intent, they're looking for readability, and they're looking for the keywords and phrases that match the context of the search term. And on top of everything else, they don't want to see a bunch of pages using that same keyword theme. They want to see a single good, solid, and engaging page that focuses on just that topic. But wait, it gets even more complicated. Most search engines won't even rank a page if it doesn't have at least 300 words. And you also have to use the keyword in very specific places, such as the title, the first paragraph, the meta description, and naturally throughout the body of the article, page, or post. You also want to add the key phrase to your alt tags, which are the meta information associated with the pictures you use on the page. So you have to do a little bit of coding, a little bit. And in your subheads as well. Outfitting your website with relevant and high-performing keywords is perhaps the most important thing you can do to get long-term search rankings. You'll start out low, but over time, as you continue to maintain your website, add new content, and update it, the search engines will notice and your rankings will start to get closer and closer to the first page of the search results. Being on page 1 of Google is like the holy grail for search. Besides your website, you can also use those keywords in your advertising campaigns too, both on social media and in search engines. While you've undoubtedly seen the ad designation in Google search results and other search engines, you may not realize that your social media platforms are actually pretty powerful search engines too. In fact, YouTube is the second highest searched search engine in the world. Keywords serve as the foundation of your digital marketing strategy and are therefore critical to everything your business does online. Not only do they dictate the content you produce, they light the way for your brand narrative, your brand identity, and your entire digital persona. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you right here next time as we help you reach your goal of getting noticed. Getting Noticed is part of the Candy Factory mini-series and is a proud member of the Candy Factory Collective. You can find the show streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and LinkedIn, and you can subscribe to the audio version anywhere you get your podcasts.
You can check out Justin's classes at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. That's pcad.edu. And learn more about Headline Consultants at headlineconsultants.com.
Getting Noticed is produced by the Candy Factory Collective at the Candy Factory Co-working Campus in Lancaster, PA. The show is produced by Jason Mundock with production support by Anna Tran. Administrative support by Ann Kirby, Ariana Henderson, and Christian Martzel. Notes and links can be found on the show post at our website, candyfactorycollective.com.
Candy Factory.
Collective.